It's 12:30 in the morning time on this early Thursday morning, August 29th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel Overnight News on this early Thursday morning, August 29th, 2019. Good morning, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It is 12:30 a.m. on this early Thursday morning, August 29th, 2019, and it is 73 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Overnight News is Hurricane Dorian rose toward Florida, state of emergency declared. Senator Kristen Gillibrand drops out the 2020 presidential race. Citizenship will no longer be automatic for children of some U.S. military members living overseas. MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell apologized for the verified Trump-Russia report. We are retracting the story. Trump last Washington Post reports that he offered partners to aid over the border wall orders. As the Amazon burns, breathing problems spike. Trump's home in New England weakens after overnight downpours. Jesse Combs, fastest woman on four wheels, in Mythbusters killed and took car crash at 36. Surprise! Georgia resignation jolts battle for the Senate. U.S. military carried out secret cyber strike on Iran that prevented from interfering with shipping. Wow, doctor accused of murdering 25 patients at a face hearing. Nigel Farage, Brexit followed by a boost to the UK prosperity could be the end of the EU. Top general defends the behavior of U.S. troops in a very political turbulent time. Chinese military sends new troops to Hong Kong. Italy will form a new government with a far-right leader. Non-police and fire officials credited with saving stricken man. Water raped resident Norton. Wherever train one is preparing for the potential bankruptcy filing, report says. Yacht hotel stitches small plastic toiletry bottles. Look at that sock there. Up 258.24 to 26.36.10. SP 5 was up to 18.78 at 27.94, and the Nasdaq up 94 at 78.56.88. First reported through the 50 in a nickel oxide material. Mysterious Air Force space plane spent 719 days in overbreaking records. Someday, someone will become a major crime in space. NASA reveals huge raft of pyramids was triggered by Pacific underwater volcanic eruption. U.S. is close to losing measles elimination status. Maryland investigating severe lung illness and vaping. And New Warner, Nevada, rare mosquito-borne illness that killed one. Take a look at news from the wires. U.S. creditors could feel the sting of new tariffs on Chinese goods before Christmas. A prolonged trade war makes recession more likely. U.S. announced that Hurricane Dorian gained power, threatens U.S. landfall over Labor Day weekend, and Queen agrees to close British Parliament on borders outraged. Dozens of arrests for Brendan and alleged Houston Bill Mill. After signing an emergency, Trump says Puerto Rico is one of the most corrupt places on earth. The House Judicial Committee announced plans Wednesday to investigate President Trump's proposal to host the next G7 summit at one of his resorts in Florida. The children of some U.S. military members and government employees working over your country that will longer automatically be considered U.S. citizens, federal official announced on Wednesday. Former Federal Council says mayoral candidate has complained to police about it. Social media satire. Driver traveling almost 120 miles on say 495 at Mansfield charged with drunken driving. Don Rodman, Foxborough Auto Deal and Philanthropist, dies at 88. Superintendent says school openers were smooth in Edinburgh, Norfolk, and Seacon. Troubled waters at Edinburgh YMCA. Over Bluefish swim team. Norton Fire Chief Paul Shuckler dead parts with accolades. Taunton 17 residents found. Taunton will walk with 104th. Designated distance is only historic Boston Marathon. Of course, this week's the Boston Marathon. Jimmy Fun walked 4 times. Many mosquitoes test positive for the Triple E than in the years past. It's the first day of school in Taunton. Jury teen bus company at fault in 2012 Kingston crash. Like a man who shot neighbor's dog exonerated malicious killing charge. Motorcyclist suffers life threatening crash in Brockton. A 24-year-old man was shot in the leg and a 40-year-old man suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Class of vigil honors victims of substance abuse. Recovering addicts spread hope through painted rocks. Peter Childers Sob is 12:35. Time now for Peter Childers Sports Support. Boston Red Sox over the Colorado Rockies 7-4 in Denver. Sweeping the Rockies in Denver. And I am at the 3-game series. And ever, Major League Baseball scores: LA Dodgers 4, San Diego Padres 3, Texas 3, LA Angels 0, Milwaukee 4, St. Louis 1, Yankees 7, Seattle 3, Philadelphia 12, Pittsburgh 3, Washington 8, Baltimore 4, Atlanta 9, Toronto 4, Cleveland 4, Detroit 2, Cubs 10, Mets 7, Cincinnati 5, Miami 0, Houston 8, Tampa Bay 6, Minnesota 8, Chicago White Sox 2, and Kansas City 6, Oakland 4. And now, looking at the wild card standings in the American League. Red Sox 5 games behind Oakland in the final wild card spot in the American League wild card. So it gets interesting. Houston Texans extend Scarlett will be following for Clowney. Nick Saban discusses linebackers at 2 years. Rogers Federer struggles again in the U.S. Open second round win, and Venus knocked out by U.S. Open by Svitolina. Peter Childers Sob is 12:36. Time now for Peter Childers traffic gets ready to check. Beep on the MBTA. Due to calculation, Fitchburg train 42 to 10:35 p.m. from Rochester to City by shuttle bus following. Train 4032 schedule. All right, the ferries 8 are looking good. All right. How is it my way to New England and Rhode Island? Looking good in 128 both ends. It's a little slow between Route 9 and Wellesley out on Route 1 out in Norwood. Mass spec both ends about better between southbound and Logan Airport. 93 southbound south between Summerlin down to Boston. 93 southbound south between 125. North end of 128 in Renton. 95 both ends a little slow at Route 1 out in Topsfield. Central Mass highways are looking good. Mass spec eastbound slow before 91 in Springfield. 391 southbound south also in the Pike in Holyoke. In Chicopee and Connecticut, Bear Parkway, both as about Fairfield Church, 395, northbound side, low side, Route 2 with Norwich. Route 6 to the westbound side, low side, a bounceable stretch. And Route 101 westbound, so after 125 out in New Hampshire, Everett Turnback, southbound side, low side, Merrimack, New Hampshire, 95. Main Turnback, both ends bottom of New York and the Connecticut, Maine. Spotted the by northbound side, low side, Rochester, Maine, and Main Turnback, southbound, slow around 202 in Gray, Maine, and 25, southbound side, those are 95 of Portland, and 87 on the southbound side, those are Riddle in Champlain, New York, and on Route 15 on the northbound side, so in Quebec, headed towards Montreal. Peter Childers Sob is 12:38. Time now for weather report. Looking at the radar, satellite opening radar shows a lot of light weather bands rain from northern Providence around just around stretching down through down from Medfield, down to Dedham, and west of the Boston city limits from Dedham all the way down to Lexington and up to the Burlington and up to Andover. And heavy band rain trust in some portions of New Hampshire and down to southern Maine, and light mountain bands rain in western Mass down to Connecticut, down to southern Vermont and up to New Hampshire. All right, the latest on Dorian. 85 mile per hour winds, minimum temperature 98.6 millibars at 19.7 to the north, 66.0 to the west. Moving on offwards at 13 miles an hour. And the risk of dangerous storm surge and hurricane force winds later this week and this weekend continues to increase in central and northwest Bahamas along the East Coast outboards. Too soon to determine whether hazards will occur. Residents of these areas should ensure they have the hurricane plan in place and not focus on the exact forecast track of the Dorian Center. And heavy rain is expected to occur over ports of the Bahamas, Florida, and elsewhere in the southeastern United States later this weekend and early next weekend. All right, forecast goes like this for tonight. Overnight tonight, showers supposed to be a thunderstorm before 5 a.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 a.m. Some storms produce heavy rain low on 66 degrees. At south about 5 miles coming live variable. Chest is 1%. New Vermont between 3/4 1 inch possible for Thursday. 5 out mid morning, then gradual cooling about 82 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Thursday night. West Coast about 58 degrees. Southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Friday. Southwest Coast about 83 about 60 degrees. West winds becoming southwest about 5 miles in the morning. And for Saturday, Sunday podcast about 70 about 55 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour for Sunday. Partly south about 75 degrees. Light wind. On the night, check the showers after 5 a.m. Both skies by 58 degrees. Light southeast wind just with 30%. 11 a.m. Check the showers before 11 a.m. Partly south skies by 85 degrees. Copper coming south around 6 miles after the chest with 30%. For Monday night, check the showers. Most skies by 61 degrees. Up to about 35 miles an hour. Check the 30%. Today, jet the shots. Put these under the most gas cover. 81 about 65 degrees. South was about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Just 30% for Wednesday. Most that's 82 degrees. South was about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Right now, north of the day. 75 degrees. The night rain. That's way for the Peter Channel. Overnight news on this. Early Thursday morning, August 29th, 2019. Viewers, hope you have a good night and with a good positive to all. See you later this morning with a more report. Hope you have a good night.